India, Russia, and Armenia are currently forming a new strategic alliance that has sent shockwaves through Azerbaijan's defense and diplomatic circles. A once stable relationship between Russia and Azerbaijan is now deteriorating, and India is seizing the opportunity with calculated precision. For years, Azerbaijan relied heavily on Turkey's support, believing itself to be militarily secure. But with recent geopolitical shifts, that confidence is now beginning to crumble. The seeds of discord between Russia and Azerbaijan were sown back in 2004, when a Russian missile defense system mistakenly shot down an Azerbaijani passenger aircraft. Russia claimed it was a technical malfunction, but the trust between the two nations was irrevocably damaged. The situation worsened when Russian forces arrested Azerbaijani citizens during a special operation, further widening the rift. Where there was once camaraderie, now there is suspicion and tension. India recognized the changing dynamics and saw a unique opening, while the West was focused elsewhere. India quietly deepened its defense ties with Armenia, country locked in a long-standing conflict with Azerbaijan over the Nagorno-Karabakh region. India offered Armenia its indigenously developed Astra MK-1 air-to-air missiles. However, integrating these missiles into Armenia's fleet of Russian Azerbaijan Sukhoi fighter jets was no simple task. It required Russia's approval, specifically the source codes and interface protocols that allow compatibility between foreign weapons and Russian aircraft systems. Initially, Russia remained silent, neither granting approval nor denying it. But once tensions between Moscow and Baku intensified, Russia gave India the green light. This development is monumental. It means India can now supply Armenia not just with a single missile, but with an entire integrated missile package for its air force. For Azerbaijan, this is a nightmare scenario. It signals India's direct military involvement in Armenia's defense, something Baku never expected. Furthermore, it also indicates Russia's silent shift away from Azerbaijan, showing that Moscow now sees New Delhi and Yerevan as more reliable partners. But the real shock came not from the missile deal, but from a technological demonstration by India that stunned the global military community. In a recent joint military exercise, while Azerbaijani forces relied on their standard air defense systems, India successfully demonstrated a missile launch that locked onto a target in just 2.3 seconds without using any radio signals, encrypted codes, or GPS coordination. It was a silent, stealthy, and surgical operation. This advanced capability, developed by India's DRDO, is based on artificial intelligence and machine learning, utilizing sensors that can detect ultra-low frequency emissions from enemy systems without breaching their encryption. Essentially, it's like listening to a conversation in a locked room without ever opening the door. This system is equipped with multi-layered AI security architecture. The algorithms continuously evolve, making it virtually impossible to decode. Reports indicate that even China's top cyber intelligence units failed to analyze or replicate this technology. When American military analysts observed the live demonstration, they called it a game changer, stating that India had entered the next era of warfare where battles are not fought with tanks and missiles alone, but with data, algorithms, and invisible electromagnetic waves. Following the demonstration, the United Nations Security Council held an informal session where Western countries expressed concern over India's rapid military advancements. However, India made it clear this technology is for national defense and deterrence only, will not be sold or shared with any other country at this stage. The system is fully indigenous, developed in Indian coding languages and defense logic, making it not only unique, but also virtually inaccessible to foreign powers. In the wake of this demonstration, India has begun deploying this AI-powered defense system across its most sensitive borders, especially in Ladakh, Arunachal Pradesh, and Rajasthan. The Indian government has sanctioned an additional 15,000 crore to DRDO. To further enhance this technology, requests have already poured in from countries like the US, France, Japan, and Israel for potential collaboration. But India has firmly declined. For Azerbaijan, the situation has taken a serious turn. One senior Azerbaijani military official, speaking anonymously, admitted that India's new system had tracked one of their most secure air bases. He warned that in a wartime scenario, Such a system could dismantle their entire command structure within minutes. This frank admission is evidence that India is no longer just a nuclear power, it is now emerging as a technological superpower. Russia, too, has taken note. After witnessing India's advancements, Moscow held a special meeting with Indian defense representatives, requesting to collaborate on this new system. But India, for now, has chosen to keep the technology exclusively for its own armed forces. China, visibly shaken by the demonstration, has reportedly created a dedicated research team to understand how the system works, but has made little progress. The layered AI logic and constant algorithm shifts make reverse engineering nearly impossible. Meanwhile, Azerbaijan has suspended all joint military exercises with India and turned to Israel and Turkey for assistance in upgrading its air defense systems. However, military experts believe that catching up to India's current capabilities will be a long and difficult path for Azerbaijan or for any country. For that matter, India's strategic edge lies not just in weaponry, but in foresight, precision, and homegrown innovation. This entire saga marks a dramatic shift in regional power dynamics. India has not only outmaneuvered its adversaries diplomatically and militarily, but has also redefined what it means to be a self-reliant superpower in the 21st century. No longer just a consumer of global technologies, India is now an innovator creating defense systems that the world cannot ignore. The echoes of India's technological breakthrough are being heard not just in Azerbaijan, but across the globe, from Washington to Beijing, from Tel Aviv to Moscow. The question now is not if India can become a global military leader, but how soon. With the strategic support of Russia, the growing defense ties with Armenia, and unmatched indigenous innovation, India is clearly on a path that's changing the balance of power. The world is watching, and a new era has begun.